Nobody is taking the time to train and apprentice workers. This is according to Greg Norman, founder of BathMasters. The company is a plumbing, electrical, and building contractor. Greg has developed a unique approach to training that is helping his company stand out. Here to talk all about it is Greg Norman, president and founder of BathMasters. Greg, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Welcome.
So, Greg, let's talk about what you're doing. You're not only doing this really great thing that you're doing where you are in your state right now, but you found a way to train and retain really great skilled workers. How are you doing that?
It's been a full-time job here that I'm working on. The first thing is to realize that there are great workers out there that already are very skilled. They might need some polishing because depending on when they were trained, products and so forth have changed over the years. So honestly, some people who were trained 20, 30 years ago that training might not even work for today's standards with large format tile and things like this. But you just it seems like most of the people that I talk to in the construction industry that are small and they can't find the help and they can't get big, they're convinced that there are no good people available at all. Or they tell you the story about the one guy that they trained sometime in their past, and that guy then became a competitor. So they kind of give up. So I think the first thing is just realize that you can find good people, that you need to attract them. So we do that by basically we're offering, big benefits. We're offering 401k retirement with 4% matching. We're offering Aetna health insurance and dental and vision and, weeks paid vacation and paid holidays and paid overtime. Just like if it was any, big corporation or even a small corporation in a professional thing. So this is very attracting to people, particularly contractors who are used to doing a lot of times they have their own companies, they're doing their own sales, they're doing their own bookkeeping, they're doing their own work, they're doing their own quality control cycles, and they often are working all the time, and they don't necessarily see a good return on their, investment really, as if they were working for someone like me. They can just do what they love to do, they can build stuff, and it's great. So that's the first thing, is just to find good people, and through testing. Once we get them in here, we actually test them. We have forms that we have them fill out, and it says whether they have no experience or minor experience or they're very experienced or the professional level. And then we take these things, we talk it out, and then we actually say, okay, we'll build this and see what they can do. And that's the first tier. The second tier, if I can keep going here, is...
Yeah. So you have, what you're describing is you've got to first look, because you recognize there's a skills gap. So now you're weeding through that and looking at the different tiers of that skills gap. So continue on with that.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I found, oftentimes, like for us, it's very simple. We do bathroom renovations. So we're really masters of bathroom renovations because we've done thousands of bathroom renovations. We've done thousands of tub to shower conversions. So of course we've put in, just an unlimited number of soap niches and tile trim and tile seats, and we know what the best products are, and we can tell you little nuances and all this stuff. But a lot of contractors out there, if they're not marketing like we are, just to go toward a direct product, they do a garage, and then they'll do a kitchen, and then they'll do a bathroom maybe once a year, or they'll do, they're doing a lot of stuff, and they might be really good, but even after 20 years, they might have only done, 6 or 10 bathrooms. So that's nothing compared to one of my crews who've been with me for 15 years that have done hundreds of bathrooms, each. So obviously, it's a great opportunity to put an apprentice program in there. And that's the way we've actually expanded. We really do that. And I tell everybody, if they've got a lot of experience already, I'm like, listen, are you willing to train somebody else? And we'll put them in here. We'll let them prove themselves for 6 months. And if they're great, I'll be like, okay, well, you need to apprentice somebody else. And then we'll just find people. The second tier would be people who are younger, generally, that are willing to learn. And there are people out there that are willing to learn. There's a lot of people that are not willing to learn.
So that's what you're kind of saying. Are you taking the more skilled talent, training the younger talent that want to learn? Because there's a skill set what you're describing there. It's not just something you can come on. You have to be willing to learn a skill that you've just described.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I break down like a bathroom. So I know bathrooms. We also do kitchens as well, but our main brand here is BathMasters. So we break that down to 3 parts. We have demo, prep, plumbing rough-in, prep, waterproofing. We waterproof all our showers with waterproof systems. So we teach that. That's like 1/3 of the job. Then we have tile installation, which that's got to be perfect, for the customers to be happy. And then we have punch-out stuff for the bathroom, finishing everything out, putting in the vanities and hooking all those things up. So we basically break it down. We look for punch-out carpenters. Oftentimes our punch-out carpenters that we found, particularly in our Florida location, a lot of people, way more than half of the people that we hire down here that are passing all the tests and they qualify to work for our company are moving from up north. And a lot of these guys are retiring basically. So we offer them, go ahead.
What you just described, though, where are because you just said you're expanding. So now you have Florida, and you're hiring a lot of people that are trades now. And we're not necessarily talking about, because everybody talks about they have to be 4 years school, skilled computer science people, but you're hiring trades now in Florida. And where else are you hiring? Because you said you're growing very rapidly.
Well, right now we are basically located in Northern Virginia and in Florida. And we are expanding our Florida location, and we're opening our 2nd showroom right now in the Tampa Bay area, and we're going to be moving from here. But what I mean is the guys who are hiring are moving and relocating to our places of business from up north. Like they're coming from Massachusetts or Maine or Ohio, or 3 people came on board this year from Indiana. They basically are interested in moving down to Florida where it's warmer, honestly, and they might be getting a little older. They're already planning. Like some of them, their wives have retired, and they're coming down here, and they're seasoned veterans. So they come aboard, and we'll teach them our ways, and they've got to be willing to learn that, of course, because we use special, we're a brand, and we have our special ways of doing things that's very high quality. And if they can make it through that, which most of them can, we found that they work great, to train others and to do the lighter work. We don't put them on demolition and carrying drywall around and doing tile installation, necessarily. So we take the guys who've got more experience and we put them where it counts, like doing punch out work with the customers, making sure they're happy, all those kind of things, and then training the younger guys in time. I mean, it's still a family company. Everybody's unique. We have to make sure we take account for that. It's not like a big bureaucracy at this point. We got to use each guy as we can.
Well, Greg, we enjoyed having you here on Someone You Should Know. Thank you for sharing what you guys are doing, and we wish you continued success.
Okay, thank you very much.